So there's a lot of interest in autonomous research and development, certainly, and it's growing and growing. And I know Canada, there's a lot of interest, especially with everything that's happening in the U.S. And Windsor does share the opportunity of being very close in terms of proximity to Dearborn. And when asked the question about what can Windsor do to attract that research and development, I think really what is the value proposition for any market that's looking to attract an investment? And so that's what I would say. I mean, what is the value proposition, and we'll see what the future holds. The good thing is, at least we're testing autonomous vehicles in the snow, right, in Michigan, and we know that we've got very snowy conditions across Canada.
It's going to start gradually. We're not going to see self-driving cars on the road operating autonomously in a commercial way for quite some time, but they've got to start, and they're starting now. And I think there's a number of things that we can do as a community to help position ourselves. We look at our urban and rural environment. We look at our location with respect to being on the border and having these autonomous vehicles one day being able to cross the border and manage that type of setup. And so those are just two examples of our region and how our region is really well positioned to be a test site in the future for autonomous vehicles. And with respect to the people that are here and the industry leaders that are here, we're having those conversations and trying to position our community as a potential test site, including with Ford. But we'll continue to follow up and give them our expression of interest as they've requested recently. So.
Is it? And I think you did say this in Detroit. Is it Ford's plan to test autonomous vehicles in Canada?
At this point, we don't have any plans to test autonomous vehicles in Canada. Again, we're testing snowy conditions in Michigan, which certainly is a lot of the same weather conditions that we have in Canada, but we'll wait and see what the future holds.